Well, you can decide what you want to start with.
Hold on, we have to do somebody has to say hello.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Sentinel podcast, mate. We're here in Moonrise Lookout, the beautiful city behind us.
You can see it.
Yeah, if our heads aren't too big.
Can they see it?
They probably can, but
Take a quick look.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
There you go.
now cover up.
And there's a moon, but it's also behind you, mate, so unlucky.
Yeah, we'll show you off. Actually, you're going to see in the thumbnail, it's beautiful. And I'm beautiful. So, first topic.
I don't know, cuz. You choose. One of you choose.
Jordan, you choose.
Oh.
What the fuck? Oh. There's something.
Well, I haven't looked through it, so
Yeah, no, look through it. You have to cut this out. You have to cut this out, mate.
I found the Hitler one funny. I didn't even get the full question, but can you explain? Can you, please explain?
Straight out, I forgot why I wrote this. But,
I need all my hands a bit.
good artist, bad artist and good art. So can you separate art from the artist? If Hitler made good painting, is painting bad? What do we think?
I actually F with this heavy, cause the basic point is like, if a guy is known for doing bad things, but he says or does something good, is it still good or bad? Like, is it still good or is it bad? I think yeah, because realistically, if you took it from an objective standpoint, you could be like a Protestant bloke that says, "So you've just told me you're a lying, thieving, murdering conniver who hates God." Like, if based on whatever you've done in your life, because you have done it technically, but
Yeah.
I still think you should separate the bad and the good of the person. Like, you can't just look at someone and think that they're evil and be like, okay, because he's done something good, although he's evil, like, because he's still evil. Because, like, I still think the thing that they have done or said should be separated from the person.
I think it should as well. Because I also heard that Hitler, he played Fortnite, so apparently Fortnite's evil now. That's what I heard. Someone on the liberal left told me because Hitler played Fortnite. Now, and Donald Trump was seen playing Fortnite, so Donald Trump's Hitler. Donald Trump's Hitler because he was playing Fortnite, so did Hitler.
Donald Trump's a whore. I'm joking. He's a respectable man.
Yeah, you see the issue is
Don't come after us, please.
With my example, you see what the issue is, bro?
What?
It's like if you attach something to an artist, then it's like it just spreads to other people and it becomes something that like is bad because somebody
Yeah.
bad did it.
It's like
yeah.
if it's a nice art form, like it could be anything. Like, okay, if it's a nice song, or let's say something good, literally anything good in the world, but you're like, oh, I like this, and you're like, oh, didn't like XYZ like this as well? Ooh, and it's like it doesn't fucking matter. Like, okay, let's say Hitler liked Takanaka. Am I gonna stop listening? No. I will understand why he listens to him.
It's interesting because there's a guy I listen to, black metal artist.
Yeah.
His name is Varg. He burned down a church and killed the guy. I don't lie, of course I think he's a dumbass, but his music is good. I have to admit that his music it hits hard.
So separating art from the artist.
Because then he's just lying. If I were to say his music sucked, even though I do in my head like it, I'll just be lying then. You can't lie like because it's fucking you want to look good and cool.
And I mean, because art is always made like it's a product of the artist, yeah. So it will show some of the artist expresses himself through his art. So in a way, it's a part of that person. But if it's good, it's good. Like everyone has good qualities. Everyone has. If what he makes is beautiful, then okay, well, that's the human ability he's been gifted. If he decides to be a cockhead, besides from that, I mean, like Gawagis Raham and Kanye West, Giggy likes like 4 Kanye songs, but unfortunately, that guy's gone. That guy's gone, bro.
People just like
Game is gone.
they'll see somebody they hate, so they just like make everything that's attached to that person equal bad, and it's dumb. That makes no sense. You can't it's like fucking like let's say you made that like with people. Like let's say I don't know, I went and killed I like that trainee that showed up at school. Let's say I went and showed up at school and then this video is age restricted now, but let's say I did that, and you like fucking or use all my friends, and then like basically now people hate you just for being like friends with me, even though like let's say you stop being friends with me
Yeah,
after, even
yeah,
though you
yeah.
were like related to like you had a relation to me before,
And then you stopped after.
yeah, but people would still like hate you so if they applied like that same sort of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's pretty dumb.
and I think that's a human fallback. Well, I think almost everyone does that naturally, but you can change that. It's not like something that's restricted just by nature. So I think it's a good thing to have a clear mind on actions and related peoples.
Who's getting it, mate? But like, even with like, I can't remember English text on fucking authorial purpose.
For your purpose.
Well, it comes back to that as well. Like that, do you separate that? Do you interpret it on your own? Like, have you seen the thing how it's like the author's death?
I think.
Yeah, like how after the piece of art's made, it's up to anyone's interpretation,
Oh yeah.
and there's no correct interpretation.
Yeah.
Like what the author made can be interpreted in any way. What do you reckon? Yes or no?
Yeah, you can interpret anything the way you want, but then you get like people who just like take it and run with it. And like, no, this is because the people just like make their own attachment to it,
Yeah, but
and then it just becomes like
I'll just say that's my interpretation.
no,
think-
they wouldn't have said it. They didn't like they'll try to enforce that interpretation. I've seen people do that.
Mormonism,
Huh?
Mormonism,
The Mormons have their own-
Mormonism,
they
bro.
have their own shit ass book. Bro.
The entirety, okay, not the entirety, but like 90% of Protestantism just does that, and non-denominational people, like half of them
Why are
are.
you calling out?
No, listen. Half of them are alright, but one guy I met at my work, it was non-denominational. That's a censor. He still followed the old Jewish. I think I've told you this. He followed the old Jewish food laws, bro. Like, and I literally proved them wrong in 5 seconds. Like, I brought up the vision about the type that God showed. I think it was it Paul or Peter? Can't remember. But yeah, basically like proved them wrong. But he was still like, he's like, oh no, cuz that was like for the Romans. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still gonna stop, like, not eat pork because I'm an Adia for no reason. So I think it's very bad when that happens. But again, an author is a human, and humans don't have objective viewpoints. So you could say that your viewpoint is just as valid as the author.
that's weird because then like lots of people have different interpretations of the Bible.
Mm.
That's one of the ones where it's like
you want to know the original interpretation.
yeah, that's what you need
Like that's
to
the one
know.
where you need to know. Author's death is not good in the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We need the author to be alive, or else. I mean, that's kind of the thing. And look, in my opinion, like I see people preaching like too much about like, this is the exact right way. You are breaking the tradition of ages past, or this is the right interpretation because I said so. But no one knows. You just have to take the most reasonable approach. You have to look at history. I mean, that's the how we do Shakespeare, and that's how we do every text. You look at his like, why is he talking about Christian values? Okay, well, because Elizabethan, what was it called? Humanism, the humanism movement.
It's actually worse with the Bible because now you got like all these different versions of it.
Yeah,
You got like NIV, KJV.
NIV is criminal, bro.
You got ones that are like in pirate talk now.
That's
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's tough, but like
no.
I realize it's the Bible, so it's not tough
There's a
anymore.
comic Bible. I think that's actually tough.
Well, that's for kids.
There's
yeah, it
a
makes
comic
sense.
Bible, yeah, comic Bible for
Like
kids,
if I was
mate.
5 and I saw a comic Bible, I
Would actually be like thrilled, mate. That would be amazing. But yeah, I think all this death with the Bible is not a good thing because
good,
that's
mate.
the one book we have, in our view, if you want to say, where it's actually an objective author viewpoint.
Quran author's death, bro. It's over. It's
Yeah,
over.
Muhammad actually died, mate. So unlucky.
Mate, it was Gabriel, mate. Don't you know the law?
What happened?
Gabriel wrote it.
Muhammad's not dead.
Oh, Muhammad's not dead as well. He's in Brazil.
What?
No, I heard. No, didn't he join our server?
He joined our
He joined
server.
our Discord server.
Muhammad Al Fawzan.
Actually, a 5-year-old.
No, I was talking about food today.
Oh,
May his name not be spoken.
may he come on the podcast soon for an interview.
No, I'm not doing that here.
He's gonna take
Fuck
the whole
off.
3 chairs.
We'll have to do on a public place.
We're gonna have to put him on that bench. Like lay him flat.
Chain him up, cuz.
Alright.
You want a new topic?
Yeah, so I think overall we are. It doesn't matter that it's attached to Hitler. Good art is good art, regardless of who painted it
Mm.
or wrote it or whatever.
You just have to pick because I wrote the topics.
I mean, like I picked for my topics one of them.
But we picked for Gegi's topics.
Not really, he picked some too.
Okay.
And
I'll pick
Michelangelo
that
has just said on Gym Maniacs, everyone shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Eli correct on whatever he's saying. Okay,
Okay, there's a war. There's a war happening.
Yeah,
Guys, please relax. We don't. It's okay. It's not optimal.
optimalization.
It's okay. We need to have ages. We need to have one of these episodes.
Because that's how people know we're real.
Yeah.
We're not. Yeah. If he's heard that because the mic's not next to him.
The effects of chaos/hardship on growth. Can you grow without hardship?
My simple answer would be no, because realistically, if there's nothing to improve on, you will stay at the same level that you are now.
What if there is stuff to improve on? It's not going. It's not like hell. Like you're not
That's
going through
hardship.
shit.
Well, anything that requires an increase in the level of effort that you're already putting in right now is hardship.
Is that what you define as hardship?
I would say, yeah. Hardship is something like doing something that you're either not used to, you're afraid of, or is hard. I think at any level you can bring up one of those three things.
Yeah.
If it's an increased level than what you're used to. I think that's very important because like first lesson was in the Bible. Obviously, you can't grow without conquering sin,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's a very important point. And when you take out God from the equation, like let's say we didn't need hardship at all, we wouldn't need God. I think that's a very scary world to live in, like in my opinion. But yeah, that's simple answer.
So you definitely need hardship to grow.
Yeah.
I think all growth is based on some sort of hardship, and hardship meaning any form of resistance that you encounter.
Yeah.
Because like let's say even like a kid learning to walk, every time he falls, he's learning like basically
What not to do?
what not to do in order so he can continue walking.
Yeah.
If he like well you can't like perfect it on the first go because then it's literally perfect. It's not going to grow on. But basically unless you're born perfect, which you're not,
Mm.
then you will need hardships to grow. And if you're born perfect, then you're already at like 100% growth anyway.
Yeah.
So any normal person would require hardship in order to grow.
Yeah. That's true. What I was gonna say is, that's why like right now, you end up. Okay, nowadays, I mean, you don't have to go through hardship. And Centrelink's pretty convenient. Like you can fucking stagnate very easily. I feel like that's why people are stagnating.
Can I add on a point to this? I've seen like real life evidence at the bank of this.
Yeah.
There's a guy that comes into my bank who's just a full-time gambler. Like he does full-time gambling,
Yeah.
and he lives off Centrelink,
Is he good at it?
and he makes his profit off of. Yeah, he's good at it. I mean, he comes in every day to the bank with at least $200 profit.
Okay.
But yeah, like he lives off Centrelink, and he makes profit off of gambling. So
Truly, Australia's finest.
truly, yes.
Australia's finest.
Please
mate.
continue.
But I mean, like, I think, well, you're saying like Centrelink, it makes it so people don't have to go through hardship. But I think no matter what happens, you're gonna have hardship. Because
in
even
some
these
form or
fucking
another.
idiots, there's probably like some events gonna happen where it leads to them needing more money, for example,
Yeah.
and they're gonna not be able to rely on Centrelink for that.
Mm.
Something is gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
It
But
just delays their hardship happening, basically.
yeah. But like, the thing is, because like there's two responses to hardship. Like, you can either grow or just fucking kaput. Not actually die, but like.
No, that is one response. Though.
I mean, you could actually
People
die.
do that all the time.
Yeah, you could kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be a result of your fucking will, your ego dying. Like you're not bothered anymore. Like, I mean, if you fucking kill yourself because something income wasn't enough, that's quite telling. That's quite telling on the character.
Probably deserve to.
But yeah, I don't know. I wonder where that character, because like everyone has a fucking will.
Yeah.
This is the fucking third time we bring up this topic. But like, how is that determined? How much will does one have? Like, cause some people give up a lot easier than others.
I think the more hardship you have when you're younger, it builds more will as you grow. So if you end up like getting older without having as much hardship as when you did when you were a kid, then you have less will when you're older because you're not used to this sort of thing, and then it becomes overwhelming.
I agree, because if you see immigrants who come into Western countries, they're all like, they get degrees, they get invest. Indians are the biggest example. Indians, literal Indians, they come in. Every single Indian that comes into the bank, either self-managed super fund, they have a business, or they have 20 investment properties. Like, they just build themselves up because obviously they didn't have anything in their previous country, and they just see how much there is to gain here, and they have the will to gain it. And obviously, like, if you get a child from Africa whose will to eat is probably stronger than
Able to eat.
will to eat, legit, like desire, will to eat, whatever you want to call it, is probably stronger than your desire to go make something out of yourself as a normal, like, Western human in a Western country.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you import that guy into a Western country, he's just going to succeed at everything that the country has to offer.
Yeah. Like these guys have all the half the doctors are more than half the doctors are ethnic.
And dentists.
And then literally everything important, most of them are ethnic. Everything not important, I mean,
Pretty.
no, tradies are pretty
Yeah, they're important, but like it requires
shit
less
ones,
work. It requires less work to
Yeah,
be a doctor.
and guess what? The shit ones are usually fucking from here.
Yeah, they're all like
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, like
Totally.
ones that go somewhere are fucking all ethnic. And yeah, I don't know. Hardship does fucking it forms you as a human, I guess. And I guess that's what changes you from the base. Because I mean, we all have a base we come from.
Because every hardship's a learning experience.
Yeah, and it's like if you don't get the learning experience someone else did, you're bound to either learn it later in life or just crumble under something else. Like you need a strong foundation. I feel like it's not taught at all.
It isn't.
Kids are just babied. I mean, the point is the kids are babied. Like that's normal. But like the slightest inconvenience for a child is like, no, Timmy, fucking, he lost his toy. It's over.
This
We
is,
buy him a new one.
There's also why I sort of hate positive reinforcement.
Like how you train things and
No, because you know how like
whatever.
let's say you fuck up on something, and when you have people coming like, oh no, it's okay, blah blah blah. It's like it's just gonna like make the person think that they don't need to grow if it's everything's okay, even though they fucked up. Then they're not gonna want to grow because they think it's okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right.
I think it's like making like, if your child is trying to do something and he fails at it, and then you're like, oh, it's okay, you can do it again next time, whatever. I think, one, it avoids the revenge you want to get on that person. That's a weird word to use, but whenever someone tells you that you can't do something, or, oh, don't worry about it, whatever, like, I don't know, it just makes me want to do it even more. I think that's just the natural.
Inspired.
Like, if someone actually says you can't do this, like genuinely with all their heart believes I can't do this, that's the biggest motivation for me to actually do it.
Yeah,
And if you have parents constantly telling their kids, oh, don't worry, like, it doesn't matter, I'm not gonna want to complete that. So
but I feel like there's a balance that you need, because like abusive situations lead to strong people, but it's not because the abusive situations were good. It's because the person persevered, and that's why it's like, okay, I don't want to be a piece of shit to my son, but I also don't want him to live in Candyland. Like my cousin, fucking James,
James is getting
Him?
leaked on the podcast.
plays with you.
fucking James, mate, this is for you. This guy, as soon as he says anything, beck and call. The family goes. He's like, oh, I want to go to my cousin's house. Instantly, 10 minutes. His dad hadn't slept in 3 days. He was organizing a wedding and stuff. And then he just brought him. And he was almost sleeping like at the house. And they're like, are you good? He's like, no, I just brought him here. And that's like top 10 things, top 10 worst situations you could ever end up in. Because when a child gets spoiled to that point, it's like, it's over.
Yeah.
And But I don't agree with the thing. How, okay, if I'm baking a cake with my kid and he fucking drops the spoon, I'm not gonna smack the shit out of him. Like
Because that's what our mums did.
no, but I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
your
my
mom,
mama did that.
my no. If
She,
I,
she didn't
if I
slap
dropped
me, but
it,
like,
if I dropped it, she would say, she would say, like, oh, like, no, she wouldn't call me stupid, but she would show distress, like, oh, it dropped. But then she would just clean it and then continue. But she would show that it was bad. She wouldn't say, it's okay, you can do it again. But she would say, it's fixable, I fixed it. Do
Yeah.
that.
I would
Yeah.
get called a clumsy fucking moron.
same.
Yeah.
I got called the Syrian equivalent of
Yeah.
stupid ass.
Silly Billy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Mine is injury. Or something.
Zinji.
For Maya. Yeah, I agree. There should be a balance. Like, you don't want to every single time your kid's doing something. Well, you're a fucking idiot, mate. What are you doing, man? Like, have you seen the soccer mums and soccer
Yeah.
dads? Like, holy crap, bro! Like, pipe it down, mate. And I think it can depend whichever spectrum you're on. Like, if you're really tough on them or if you're really loose on them, it can depend on the person, but it still makes a massive impact.
Because I feel like as parents, you should have a dynamic, not a good cop bad cop dynamic. That's a horrible one because you end up hating one parent and loving the other parent. That's what happens with like you have an abusive father and a protecting mother, and it's like, oh, your mother just apologizing and your dad's just
I mean, like, for
Hitting.
me, I had a very for me it was very skewed towards the negative reinforcement side.
Mm.
I got off the top of my head, I can't remember ever hearing one good thing.
Mm.
But I don't know. I ended up like this now,
yeah,
and so fucking something happened.
yeah. But it was miserable to go through.
Yeah,
Here's the thing: like you need the balance between making your childhood miserable and ending up a competent human. And there is a balance. It's not like it's impossible. It definitely isn't. There's more harder things in the world that have been achieved. We have nuclear energy and we can't decide we can't fucking parent children properly.
I know a guy who lives on a farm, and like he's younger than me.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking this guy. The way he like everything about him is like he makes more money. He's stronger. He like everything. He like because of he had to do more like basically he had to go through more hardship.
Mm.
Like because of like the basically how he had to live.
Yeah.
Everything he has is like more than me.
He
if
just
that
grew
makes
for
sense.
our stuff.
Yeah, and he's younger
Yeah.
too, so it's like it's
Mm.
fucking insane.
Yeah. And that's another thing. It's like everyone's progress is their own. That's why comparison doesn't make sense. Because some guy could have gone through a shitty ass childhood, which would, but and he like okay, so he overcomes it, and he becomes this absolute demon. Like he has will, he can do anything. Like, and then you come out of like cushy suburban life. Like my father's worst sin was, I don't know, pushing me. Like, you're not going to be on the same playing field. You're not both going to be applying for jobs and like doing normal people stuff and have the same ability. Someone he's going to be hungry. He's gonna want to eat. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Devour.
Yeah, that one.
And this is kind of branching off, but it still has something to do with it. Like kids who are motivated by their parents' approval, to do things. If my parents are constantly like every single little thing I do, like oh good job, you did very nice, very well done.
You don't think you're the best.
No, it's not. I don't think. You could say that,
That happens
but
with smart
I don't
kids.
think.
With
I don't
smart
think that would
kids.
happen. Yeah.
If you keep calling someone smart, they're gonna think they're fucking gifted and like
Yeah.
up on the moon.
Uh,
And reality crushes them.
my point is like if you do something and if it's like something even if something very basic or something really good and your parents just have the same response like oh good job whatever the rarer something is the more you'll look for it. So my dad, he's definitely not as generous with his compliment giving or his approval than my compared to my mum.
Mm.
Like every small thing I do my mum will say
Yeah.
congratulations Bonnie or whatever, but my dad it's like the things he wants me to do that are good for my life, I'm far more motivated to do them because and I'm not saying it's a good like it might be a good thing or a bad thing to look for your parents' approval, but I'm far more motivated to achieve those things because I'm looking for that rarer approval.
Yeah. I mean that's that's what I was trying to say with the you need to have different types of parenting. Like cuz your mother is giving you what's needed in life, which is you can keep moving, like it's fine. if you get shit on each time, you're just gonna think like it's over at the smallest inconvenience, or you have to overcome that yourself. But that the rare compliments. What the fuck? Why is someone coming here?
Why is security here?
Oh fuck, we're fucked.
Okay, security
Security's
is
here,
back in. I
we're
think
going
we're
by.
actually talking. Okay,
We're going.
bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh shit.
Is there a collective subconscious? Is the question of the day.
Yes,
I don't know what this term means.
there absolutely is.
Okay.
First,
why
okay, well,
so?
I think if he doesn't know what it means, I think a lot
Go
of
give a
you
definition.
have to tell people what the fuck a collective subconscious is, and it's basically that all of humanity has a hive mind where everybody's like thoughts stem from the same place, and it doesn't matter if you're fucking like boy, girl, black, white, fucking alien or whatever. Actually, it doesn't matter because aliens aren't human, but yeah, basically everybody's thoughts stem from this one place.
And I agree heavy on, not on like, because I've seen people make weird ass theories. I just agree that there is a point. There is a like collective subconscious where we all ask the same questions and we all have the same concerns at a point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going? I don't think there's a single human who hasn't asked, where am I going?
For me, it stems more like towards behavior. Because every time I'm looking at people, it doesn't matter who it is, they're always doing the same thing, and this is why you get like people fucking following trends and shit to me. Everybody's always doing the same thing, and I can never understand it. So it almost feels like to me as if there is a subconscious, but I'm not in it because I can never understand what the hell people are doing.
I agree. And you can apply this to morality as well. In I don't know if I already brought this up in the previous podcast, but in C.S. Lewis's book Mere Christianity, he says
I don't remember a shout out.
he says people have they have the same morals. Like he was trying to prove that the moral law is a thing, and people don't actually have different beliefs. And he pointed to the fact that when children, like for example, in the Aztecs, when children sacrificed their kids to the gods, they did that because they thought it would benefit society and it would benefit them. And like in a positive, they saw it as good moral. In a way, we do the same thing in our society. We just do it in a different method. Obviously, we're not sacrificing kids anymore, but
we do things for net gain.
Yes, we do things for net gain. And he explained it a lot better than me. But the main point is the hive mind that you're referring to. It's like we all have the same concerns, like you said. We just disagree on how to get there, and that comes completely from your atmosphere, your friends, your family, and your upbringing.
I feel like it's fine. Like it's I feel like it's just like a tutorial for your brain. Like this is what you should be thinking of, and that's why like when you get into like philosophers trying to think about, oh, like this is how I've solved the riddles of the world, and it's like you're stuck in this hard coded little blob in your brain. You're literally you ask these questions. Everyone has asked these questions. We don't know if like that's what we call like that's what they call like consciousness, like how only humans have consciousness in a way. Like we're self-aware. They think we're the only ones that are self-aware, but I don't know about this topic. If other animals are, but like it's a good pointer.
There are many cephalopods. They do have like they theorize to have self-awareness. Dolphins as well, cetaceans. They also theorize to have self-awareness. Like they play games and stuff. They
aware that like
it's like they're having fun and stuff. So like what they'll do is they'll literally this is one of the games they play is that they'll find a pufferfish and they'll get it puffed up and they basically just start playing soccer with it. And so it's like you have this guy who's like stressing out, but he's gonna get eaten, but they're like just fucking kicking him around.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, does the dolphin ever think, like,
They think it
I'm
does.
a dolphin. I'm a tiny ass dolphin.
They think
Look at these
octopi do.
guys. Huh?
They think octopus do.
Octopus.
They think octopus do think of like they think that they're self-aware.
But with the behavioral thing you said, I feel like that's just behavioral patterns as humans is to, move as a group, and that sticks with, how can I say it? Like that's what trends are. Trends are multiple people are saying this is my interest.
Trends. It's a because, for example, when I usually sometimes watch footage of tribes, like when they go and they find tribes
Yeah.
and they like just they record them and like they're studying them.
Mhm.
And there's things that happen in these tribes that people in like modern societies still do.
Yeah. It's like a hard coded, like you
Yeah.
could say. Like it's within our genome to seek out these things, to do these behaviors, to have these traits.
For example, the handshake. For example, I saw one where they were contacting. They made contact with an uncontacted tribe,
Yeah.
and it's generally seen basically that the handshake, like using your right hand to
Yeah.
handshake, is like a universal sign of like
Universal.
peace.
That's crazy.
Well, what am I say earthly? Because
No. Like, it's just crazy that anywhere, like everywhere throughout the whole world, that's just been the sign.
They say it's
It
because
came from
it's the weapon
somewhere.
hand.
Hmm?
They say it's because the right hand is the weapon hand.
Yeah.
So if you don't have your weapon in your right hand and you have it open, then you are not willing to fight because that's where
Yeah.
the weapon should go.
Well, I feel like even further back, it would just be because your right hand is most likely your dominant.
Mm.
Like genetically, most people are right hand dominant, and this is what you would do anything with: hit, punch, throw rock. Like even before weapons. So handshake means I have nothing, and then that's peace.
I want to put this back to the breath of life. You know, how God says He gave us the breath of life. But yeah, no, this is DMs with Actually, I don't want to get leaked. No leak. But it's from a priest. Okay, I asked them, what does it mean when the Bible says we're created in God's image? Because you could say like, oh yeah, we're created like a humanoid, but God is not a humanoid, is He? So I asked them, and he replied with this. He said it means human persons have received at creation the faculties of self-awareness, a conscious reason, and freedom to direct their will. I think these are the core traits that make up the hive mind, because no matter your thoughts or your morals, every desire, every concern, and every core and root belief you have and desire you have comes from these things. And I think at the root, all people believe the same thing. Like at the very, very, very root, all people believe the same thing. They just express it in vastly different ways.
Just
I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with all people believe the same things, but I think that all beliefs stem from the same origin. Like
Yeah, that's what I was
they're
trying to
just
say, yeah.
like they're different means to the same end. You're fulfilling the same thingamabob, but that's more behavioral stuff. Like, I mean, you could say greed has been universal. That's part of. That's just. And that's hard coded into most things, even
that's
animals.
the thing. That's the thing. I've been thinking at some point that maybe the collective subconscious isn't even just a human thing, but maybe all of life.
All of life.
Because
yeah.
everything that life does is simply to survive and reproduce.
Yeah.
Survive, reproduce. Survive, reproduce.
Mm.
That's so everything that basically happens, like you struggling to like let's say buy food,
Mm.
is you trying to survive,
Yeah.
for example, and every single creature does that.
Mm.
And then I mean the reason why people humans feel like loneliness and stuff
Yeah.
isn't just because we're social creatures, but because
Mm.
in every single creature on Earth, they
Stronger
are
together.
driven towards basically creating more of themselves.
Yeah, and you need another one of you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Everything stems from that.
Yeah.
And that's why you have the natural state, and this is also why I don't think world peace is possible, because the natural state of all things is war, and it isn't like in animals. So you have like a rabbit and you have a fox. The fox chases the rabbit, and by definition, that's war. Any form of combat, in a sense, is war. Yeah, it's not even just animals. Plants, you have plants.
Yeah,
The vines of a plant strangling out other plants so that they can go and get sunlight. The natural state of everything is war.
What I was going to say, you go.
And that's like the and I guess you could say that's how they say like the law of nature is brutal. Like how it seems very brutal, and but there's some things it's like why is this a thing? It's like when you feel dopamine when you're doing good things.
Hmm.
Why? Why would that be? Because I mean, someone could argue like, oh, it's because you get favors or something like, but like, it doesn't make sense for us to do favors, or that's why I think love is an important thing, because it's counterintuitive to survive, reproduce. It makes us reproduce, but like, why show mercy and love and all that? This does not benefit you in any way, you know. What do you mean?
It benefits the species though, because overall the inherent survival of the species for humans specifically, because humans are very fragile compared to many other animals. We are designed to be social creatures and basically essentially protect one another and use one another to benefit each other overall. So I think in humans, it's naturally, but that's why doing good things does release dopamine, because it overall helps the species thrive, and there's no competition between humans generally.
I think.
But now only competition is between humans.
Are you saying that like
That's because of society.
by saying that
The
love is contradictory to your will for like survival and
No, well, I feel love supersedes survival.
yeah,
Like,
it supersedes
it's
it, but is it contradictory to it? I think it is.
No, that's the point of it. Like,
Because
it's,
the
it
most
doesn't
loving
make
action
sense.
is not always the most logical action.
Yeah, because that's what I meant by supersedes it. Like, love goes beyond the what is necessary to survive. Like, the most optimal option would not be the most loving option. Yet some people take the most loving option,
Yeah.
and it's a lot. It doesn't make sense
I want to add on
unless
to
you're
your
serving
point
a.
before I forget again. When you said all the purpose of all life is to survive and reproduce, I think like when people make jokes about like Clash Royale and the male loneliest epidemic or whatever. I don't look with how nature is. I think it's either you survive or reproduce, or you survive and reproduce in another form. Which what I mean by that is just make a legacy for yourself. Specifically for men, I think that you make a legacy for yourself. That's the point. Like I don't know. That's how I feel.
I feel like
And I think you can do that through love and through family, but people who don't have that option. They try and find in other things. Which Clash Royale.
No,
Clash
this
Royale.
is
Shout
true.
out to Clash Royale.
Ted Kaczynski, he spoke a lot of this a lot, because basically primitive humans, the way that they would be fulfilled would be, for example, to kill an animal or something, any animal, and be able to provide something for the tribe. And when they kill this animal, it's a feat, it's struggle and hardship. So when they do that, they feel fulfilled. They have actually provided for the tribe.
Yeah.
But now, what do we get? We get fucking you go to the
I got
shop and you
100
just grab it off the
trophies.
shelf. We have the natural instinct to provide has been removed. So now people can't fulfill that need that is there in order to get fulfillment. So they look for it in these other things.
like
I think that's why gender wars have started. Like
It is.
there's because men have, like you were saying, like in the first episode, men have lost a massive role of what their nature was. Like you don't have to be specifically the provider anymore. Let alone like legit going out and hunting for your own food. That's been out of the question for like the last 200 years. Um, and you don't even have to act as a protective person anymore, based on what society is saying. Like obviously most people think normally, like they think the man should be somewhat of a protector and provider. But regardless of what society says or what's happening, naturally the role is diminishing. Like we have no need for a protective provider
yeah,
right now because women are doing the exact same thing.
yeah.
Not
And
probably not so much of the protective role, but they can provide it as good as men these days.
and it's like, I feel like that's caused a lot. Like the gender wars. Like, I feel like that's caused a lot of discourse, mostly from like angry people, angry men, especially because it's like your role is gone. Tradition, like it's been gone for a long time, okay, but it's been held on to like throughout the years. It's been grasped onto, like, oh well, men are still in charge because we still fight in the army, and that's important because if you don't have the army, you're gonna die.
Mm.
But slowly, technology has surpassed this gap, the physical gap between men and women. It's no longer, uh, I need the man because he's gonna help me not get killed by the lion. It's we both have a gun, and both and in my opinion, like both can use a gun. Whoever's more skilled is more skilled. Yeah, and it's like What now?
This I would say it's also very interesting because women are feeling like okay these I want to say privileges, but the characteristics that and okay I'll say privileges that you get of being the protector and provider. Like I'll just list a normal example. Like our dads, when you're having like a family get together, the women are cooking and the men are relaxing. Okay, they've earned that because they provide for the family, they protect the family, they support it in any way possible. Now, women are seeing that and they're like, I do the exact same things that this man is doing. Why is he getting these privileges and not me? And then men are mad, modern men are mad because they're saying, why are these niggas getting mad at me for something I had no control over? Like I lost my natural role in society because that's just how the way things went. Like what am I supposed to do?
The thing is, it's always confused me because I've never felt like the gender competitiveness or any sort of competitiveness with any aspects of humanity. I've never felt it, so it's always confused me. It's been more me versus humanity because I don't feel like I understand fucking humans anymore. But the thing is, I think regardless, it's not even men versus women. It's not race versus race. If every human being were exactly the same, but the only difference was the color of the eye, you have black eyes and brown eyes, so it's not even that much of a difference.
They'll still be fine.
Yeah, they would be saying, "Oh, brown eyes are fucking dumb. All the brown look at 20% of the brown eyes are causing 50% of the crime."
Exactly. Yeah, and I feel like I think it's a flawed part of our psyche, which because we're so good at pattern recognition, we like to give things patterns. Like how he said, you can only identify something once you've given it a name, and you want to do that. Your brain is rewarded. You feel dopamine when you recognize something, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think like, average, like, insert race, this is what they're doing.
Oh, Jews.
We did not say that. Please, my sponsors don't. But it's like that. I mean, they hold some ground. Obviously, everything holds some ground, but it would have started regardless. Baseless, not baseless. I think we are flawed in a way that we will always cause division,
Yeah.
no matter what. And there's more harmful division in the world. There is, and that's what people do. Like I mean, like you could say, like the elites are causing division between the people. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
I could cause division between people by just like pointing out that you have different shoes. Like,
But
it's
the
not
thing
hard.
is, competitiveness like this is more natural than you think. Because, for example, this comes from human tribalism. Back in the day, different tribes of humans fighting for resources so their tribe can win. But in chimps, this is seen in chimps too, because chimps have different tribes. And the Gombe Chimp War of 2007.
I actually watched that. I watched that documentary.
Yeah, it's seen as animals. Different tribes and groups of animals will fight their own species in order, not even resources. It's like I don't remember how the Gombe Chimp War started, but I think one member of a chimp tribe got attacked by another one.
Didn't you like throw a banana at one?
Fucking something
He
like
got
that.
mad.
It was literally, I remember it was like the World War One equivalent. Like, you know how they shot Archduke, like
Yeah.
he shot him with a banana. Like,
Yeah,
and I think
and it's a real thing. It's not like this is some
Yeah.
movie. This is a true event
true event, yeah.
based
and
on true story.
And it's like, I feel it's quite unfortunate. I think it's part of how we are flawed, and it's that we will constantly do that.
Yeah.
That's all life. Like all life is flawed, and that tribalism, that I am certain label and you are label else.
Yeah.
We are not the same.
I do think it's a good thing we brought it up because I do think the man versus woman thing is a big thing in our group.
No,
So,
well,
yeah.
we're not saying anything bad.
Yeah, no,
The
we're
thing
not. I'm
is-
saying that's why I'm happy we brought it up because maybe fucking people will shut the fuck up now.
Yeah, but what I realized is what we said about the man versus woman thing. It's like the man saying, like, because the woman is right to say, I shouldn't be doing all this. Because the reason she did it in the first place was because old mate was tired. But now they're both tired because they both have to work. And I'm sorry, both having to work as a result of old mate upstairs, like the old guys upstairs making it so we both have to work. Like, and it's no longer. I feel like we can't use it anymore. Like you can't enforce these old, like I'm protected. I deserve the food because you're not protecting shit anymore. You are both serving an equal role. I guess that's point of equality. You're serving. They're doing the same thing. Therefore, you get the same rights. And it's fairness in the sense.
But the only thing is really though, I was gonna say is like when you have people like, for example, driving skill between men and women, is that and whatever else like in sports, you have the best women's team versus the best men's team. The men's teams usually is always the best. But it is like people think it's like some sort of societal thing, but it's like no, biologically, the way the design between the two genders, men are physically because men are meant to be the hunters. They have the instincts and the biology to be better at these things. It's just how it is. Like the natural instinct of man. Like take even with driving school, is you need when you're fighting an animal, you need the coordination and stuff and the the reflexes in order to fight it. Of course,
Get stressed in the eye or something.
yeah.
You can't.
So naturally, biologically, men in theory should be better drivers. I mean, I'm not trying to like fucking start anything, but like
Yeah.
the statistics are there.
I was saying this before. I think men, when they crash, like specifically on the driving issue, when they crash, it's usually because they were being risky. Like I was going like 120 in a 70 zone, and then I crashed. Oopsie daisy. I was going like 150, and it was raining, and I tried to do a drift for no apparent reason, and I died. And then with women, it's usually just like I think if you're more scared of driving, you'll be a worse driver. I think definitely a lot more women are scared of driving way more than men. And if you just have that greater level of fear, you'll mess up. Like if you're doing something, you're performing at your job, and your boss is watching you like that, you're gonna get nervous. If you get nervous, you're gonna mess up. If you're nervous while driving, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna do something really stupid, like doing a 3-point turn on a main road, fully braked and started reversing. That's what I'm saying. But yeah,
But what you were saying with the like how men physically naturally are better. Yeah, and through training, there's outliers obviously.
Yeah.
Like you can overcome a trained female driver will obviously be the worst male driver.
Yeah.
It's not like, but naturally there's an advantage. Yeah, and that's fine, and I think most people will agree with that. I don't think anyone's not gonna agree with the fact that physiologically, people are blessed. Like men are blessed to have the bodies they do,
retarded people do.
and women are blessed to have the bodies they do because I can't make a baby. And if I can't make a baby, how am I gonna continue my legacy?
No, it's true.
No, I was laughing at that. I was laughing at something else. But I can't say it, I'll get.
Like fucking there's like because the way the bodies and the minds are designed, there are also things that women will be better at. Like I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
most therapists, for example, are women. But I think there's just like people are trying to like see which one's the better overall,
Yeah,
and that's fucking things up.
There's look, they've had this place, this atmosphere, this society where they've been able to have the same opportunities as men for I'd say like across the whole board, probably about the past 30 years.
yeah,
Okay,
literally, it's
in
a very
Western
short
countries.
time. Yeah,
And 30 years. And within that time, most of them are still sticking to the roles which complement their nature. Like,
yeah. It's like
if you see nurses, childcare workers, care workers, a lot of them are women because that's what their midwives.
they were good at nurturing.
Midwife, yeah, they're good at nurturing. If
But-
you see tradies, if you see construction workers, if you see all these professions that are centered around things and not people, it's men.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's differences, but no one's saying it's a good or bad thing. It's a beautiful thing.
And I feel like what separates, what I hate is people act like we're stupid. Like humans in general are stupid. That we only stuck to Unga Bunga push rock or Unga Bunga take care of baby. The fact that there's more complex roles allows for you to see how the barrier between genders disappears once intelligence is involved. If you look at quants, if you look at any big like tech role, any big science role, science, like they've seen the woman in STEM. Since they've been like publicly accepted for them to go into it, and dramatic increase, like, and they're just as good and better than some like leaders. There's leaders, female leaders, there's men leaders, and the lines are blurring. There's no difference, and people like to make it like, oh well, he's better at this, or she's better, she's smarter because she's a woman, or he's smarter because he's a man. What? That's fucking bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. At the high level, there's no more primitive. The physical body isn't doing anything anymore.
Yeah, but, the thing is, there's also another reason for that is basically you got like fucking all these like chemicals and shit like microplastics going into the body, and they act as an estrogen. So you have these men who are getting filled up with microplastics basically, and it's literally making them more like feminine, for example. Well, the overall quality of humanity is going to decrease.
I agree.
Things are gonna get shitter overall for the average person, and the average person will be shitter. Things are gonna be going downhill. You can thank DuPont for that. Yeah, but
Big shout out to
Yeah.
DuPont for actually destroying the world.
Yeah.
And no one realized it at the time. Holy shit.
fucking legend.
Multiple chemicals, not just one.
Yeah.
But I forgot what it was, asbestos and something else.
All in the water, it's in everywhere.
All in the water. It was a fucking American company.
What is DuPont? It's French in some way.
It sounds French, but it's
probably
an
French
American
origin.
company. Yeah.
French inspired. That's what
Yeah.
we need.
But this is the spawn of
Satan.
capitalism
Same
and
thing.
Satan. Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like a lot of people use this as a way to say like capitalism sucks, but it's really just like late stage capitalism that sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just that we've allowed it to go to a point where human nature is interfering greatly with the system. It's like before we had a system where it was the highest thing was free trade. Like, okay, we are going to try and balance everything. And what's the thing that's the most balanced in the world? Capital. Because they're like, okay, I get my sheep, or you get your sheep. We both got a sheep.
Mm.
That's so balanced. Doesn't matter if I'm black, I'm white, I'm sissy, I'm pink. It doesn't matter. But the problem is, and then you get late stage where it's like, okay, how can I optimally hoard as many sheep as
Yeah.
possible? This will cause adverse effects for my future generations. But all that matters is my current benefit. And it's like the natural instinct. I feel like the natural instinct is fading in us to preserve our race. Not our race.
Oh, that's good. That's
No, no.
Mate,
No.
you're a bloody Christian nationalist, mate.
No. Look, to preserve our species is losing because you see these people at the top of the food chain and they don't care. They don't care. I haven't seen a single executive decision on the news that seemed like anyone cares. Palantir, like in the government, bro. I'm sorry, a 10% stake is like usual Glazer, but it's bad. All the big companies are losing interest in the interests of the majority.
They lost it.
They've lost
Already.
it.
Yeah,
they lost it a
lost
long time ago.
bro.
And it's like, well, obviously there was these self-centered people always. Like there's the royal families since, like you've heard the schizo theories. Like the four families from the
true
900s are still the families running it today. And that may or may not be true. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Okay, well, that's your source. But point being is that this has always existed, but we never allowed it to spread this much.
You have
We
a lot
haven't-
of
we haven't
opportunity now. You have too much opportunity now to do it.
I don't think it's always existed. I think it's more stemmed from just the way technology and society has become. It's ruined the average person because back in the day, capital existed, but the capital was for the tribe, not singular people. Because it's just the way society has progressed. It's just completely ruined the behavior of how things are meant to be.
And it's like, obviously this has been said before like a billion times. That's why you have like the far side of like fucking Marxists and bullshit where they say they're all like communal because we need to be a community, but that ends up like shit. And but the problem is there, like some people hold all their all like glory to my capitalist overlords. Like this is a beautiful system with no flaws. Like obviously it has flaws, but we should be actively searching for something that is better for us, because in the end we are gonna cop it. We're gonna end up diminishing.
No matter what happens, no matter what happens, we are gonna diminish. But that's because Christ won. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm saying before he comes.
I think a lot of Western governments had it pretty nicely underbalanced, probably about like 20, 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago.
that's
Yeah, like politics
Before
wasn't.
JFK. Before or after?
JFK was the peak. He was the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like JFK. It was the seesaw turning the other way.
Yeah, I think after the 60s, like, it just went.
Because like I'm
shit.
sorry, if you can get assassinated on live television for conflicting interests of banks, like come on.
Yeah,
saying,
yeah, that's
like-
yeah.
Like that just shows who's really who's gonna run it.
What was I saying before?
What the fuck did we get here, bro? We're talking about human
Straight up.
consciousness, no one capitalism.
I forgot. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, like about 30, 40 years ago, they had it like down pat, a pretty good balance. Like no one was really interested in like becoming the best nigga out there. Like, oh, I have so much money. No one was really interested in like
Rockefeller was.
politics that deeply.
Rockefeller was.
Yeah, no, but there's outliers. Like most people back in the day, they would be happy if they got a house and they had a nice family. That would be perfect for them. Now, my own mindset should show you how badly society has shifted.
Yeah.
My mindset is I need to have an investment property by the age of 19. Okay,
Yeah,
then I need to get like 5 other ones by the age of like 25.
Like,
And then I need to be rich. And I need to have a family. And I need to do all this. It could have just ended at let's have a house and some kids, and I'll work a nice
Yeah.
job that pays the rest of the rent. Okay, my wife can do whatever she wants. Okay, my kids can grow up in a nice household. But no, house prices had to go to like 50 million. Jobs had to. By the way, I've told Dunja this, but the way inflation works is it's essentially a tool to lower your purchasing power, and that seems really obvious. But here's the theory behind it: like when a company has to save costs, it can't just say to you, it can't come up to you and be like, hey, we're going to decrease your pay by 5k. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll keep it at about 2%, 1 to 3%. That's mostly a target. And they'll say, okay, yeah, your wages are increasing or staying the same. Okay. And yeah, that's it. We're paying you what we owe you. But in reality, that money is losing its value slowly year by year. So they use it as a way to save money. Okay, so eventually, like we've seen now over the course of 60 years from the 1960s when a house cost like $2,500. True story from my coworker. She bought a house for $2,500 AUD.
Eek.
And she used $10 as a deposit.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's insane. But over the course of 60 years, that micromanaging cutting cost tool has caused an insane housing crisis across every Western nation, and an insane, not poverty, but you need 2 incomes now to survive. You need two
We're
incomes now.
getting to extreme poverty.
You need 2 incomes to survive, let alone thrive.
You know
So-
it's bad when you're looking at career options and you see like 90k and you're like, is this enough for me to survive?
Yeah.
And that money is a diabolical amount. It would have been diabolical amount 20 years ago. Like if you said I'm making 90k a year, that's like, wow, you're well off.
What I'm
And
saying is it's impossible to revert. Like I remember,
It probably is.
I won't mention, but the Ranger, he was he's very against negative gearing. He doesn't like investment housing, and I see the intention that comes with it. Like he wants everyone to just have a house.
I
And
still
that's
agree with him.
I agree with him. I agree with him. I would love not having to worry about investment properties and just buy a house, settle down with my family. But that is absolutely impossible, and there is no way to revert it. Like we're legit. Like this was the cutoff point, and we're like down here.
But
It's not happening.
In my opinion, I still think they should put them in. Like, why not? Like, it's already fucked. Get rid of that potential, especially CGT.
There's
CGT, I hate
too much
you.
money made
I hate you, CGT.
by the RBA. It's literally housing is literally one of the most key components in the
biggest-
It is
economy.
the key component of the
It is.
economy.
It's literally. When I was doing my training, they were explaining interest rates and all that. They said housing is at the epicenter of inflation, interest, and the way the economy runs. Like it's literally the most important thing they could possibly do, and it's so cooked right now that everything else is beyond cooked.
As this thing, well, you can't just like remove negative gearing, for example, and expect things to become better instantly. There's
No,
so
no.
much more to it.
What I'm saying is because they're trying to help. They're making more houses, but I'm saying if you're making more houses and you're increasing supply, you need to stop the thing that
There's gonna
made
get bought by
supply.
other fuckers.
Huh?
They're just gonna get bought by people who already have houses.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
The people who already have houses just gonna buy them.
Yeah, I know, but here's the
They're
thing.
the fucking Chinese. They're buying all the houses.
They're catching up to. The
They've
Chinese
been
now.
restricted now, so that's good.
Mm.
They got a ban for 2 years.
Not good enough, mate. I looked into it. It's not good.
Yeah, well, they can't hold them off forever, can they? And I don't know. People expect the government to like change the world. Especially, I've seen this bullshit in so many like people like, why don't we tax the mining company? And it's like,
Oh my
if
God.
it's that easy, yeah. Well, I'm pretty like. They've tried 3 times. I looked at. They've tried 3 times, and all 3 times, an absolute, the world's greatest propaganda team had come against it and made it seem so horrible for the average man. And they're like, oh, okay, we're not gonna tax the mining guys anymore.
I doubt it was even that it was propaganda. They probably just had somebody be like, go in, some like fucking the best friend.
Well,
Go in.
propaganda is literally just you're sending an agenda out. Like,
No, there's not even that. They probably just like the guy the CEO of the mining company probably has like is friends with somebody in Parliament,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Hey, could you not do it?" And he's
No,
like,
no,
"Oh,
because
sure."
it was for the election,
Hmm.
and it was two parties, and one like Labour was like that, and then you know, mining interests and the Liberal Party go hand in hand.
No, but there's always some fucking like I
There's
doubt like
always
Labour and Liberal don't hate each other. Like I bet you fucking after the election, Peter Dutton and Anthony Albanese both went and had a beer
all they
together.
did.
Yeah.
No,
They actually have a beer
he shook
together?
his hand and he's like, "You're a good man," because
No, but like they
you shouldn't hate your opponent.
no, but they're probably like best friends, and they all have the same fucking interest anyway. It doesn't matter
Mhm.
who you vote for. They all have the same interest.
Well, I don't know.
It's just that like there's only like slight differences. The shit doesn't change. Nothing changes. It doesn't matter. Like they've been voting between two parties in every country for how many years?
Yeah.
Things have basically stayed the same no matter who they brought in.
But the thing is I have hope because I've seen things like what's his name?
Which one?
My goat.
Anthony Albanese.
No, he's my glorious king who's living for the 10,000-year reign. What's his name? The guy after the guy who died in the water.
Fuck. Gulf Whitlam.
Yeah, Whitlam.
Yeah.
Like he did change. Like he did change.
He was
Like
good.
what moneyed interests were like, let's make uni free.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then again, that guy he was also like friends with my grandpa, so it's probably why.
Yeah. So fighting the next prime minister to be friends with him because the bloodline has a blessing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll
Censor out that name.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
I've said this both to you before, I think, but yeah, no party, no specific party in government is going to make your life change that drastically.
That's why I hate politics so much because you get like people on either side like praising their fucking leader. You got the people praising like Donald Trump. You got the people praising
I
Kamala
love
Harris.
Donald Trump.
It's like okay, yeah, cool. Like yeah, I think Donald Trump's better than Kamala Harris, for example. But I don't think he's I don't think he's the second coming of
Supreme
Christ.
God.
Yeah.
Like,
Supreme God King. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like in my eyes, the Labour Party is a lot better than the other one just because I've looked at what they've done for the past 50 years. I mean, they gave us Centrelink and they gave us Medicare, but it's like they'll never do the big things because they can't.
but the
They,
issue isn't
all,
even
they're
that.
all in the hands of the same people.
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
the issue is even that, like, oh, I think Labour Party is good because it's done this the past 50 years. It's that you get fucking people who are it doesn't matter. Even let's say it could be fucking Adolf Hitler could be the leader
Yeah.
of the next like election for let's say Labour,
Yeah.
and you still have people being like, oh no, Labour's the best. It's because they fucking
Yeah,
picked
'cause it
this,
becomes team
stupid
sports.
Team, yeah.
Yeah. But like I swapped. I was Liberal, I went to Labour, and I only support them because of what they're doing now.
I swapped in the sense that I did care about politics, and
And
then
then
I
you stopped
realized it's all
caring.
fucking bullshit.
Well, it's fun to think about the change that should happen, but won't happen.
Mm.
This is the sign to defund all people with above $10 million. You don't need that much money.
No, my idea isn't that. My idea is a total revolution in every country worldwide because you can't do it in one country. Otherwise, a different country is going to come in and start making it their way. It needs to. The only way to do it is literally a
And it's
total global
everyone, yeah.
revolution. But it's nigh impossible.
Like,
What was I gonna say? Alright.
I feel like what people should be looking for in their politics is just things that will let them live. You're not gonna get God King making paradise, but you're gonna get something that will make you live the next 50 years or not. Like I mean, in the sense that, like, look, okay, like in the worst case scenario of like fucking, okay, let's say Russia, where you have the infinite election cycle of, oh my god, guess who won this time? Yeah, infinite election cycle. He just keeps winning. How is he so popular, guys?
He has a cute face.
Yeah, well, and you get like the rigged elections for eternity, but like you go to the average Russian, sit actually no, they're fucking poor as shit. I can't even lie.
I imagine the North Koreans are very happy because they don't really have anyone like posing them. So they just have like Kim Jong Un coming in, and then it's just like because they all support the same team.
Yeah,
I imagine there's probably
good.
no political divide in North Korea.
and I feel like, you know, as many downsides as there is to having a little meatball like running your shit for the next 50 years, it's that you have less of a reason to hate your neighbor.
Mm.
And that's all that matters. I do think people hating other people because of what politics they support is pretty stupid.
Yeah, that's like
Because they've been duped in a way. Everyone's been duped. Like you've seen something that made you think a certain way. You can't blame a person. You know, you know what they say: hate the game, not the player.
I keep forgetting what I was gonna say. Wait, give me 1 second.
We're gonna consult the graph. The graph says, I remember, nothing ever happens.
hopefully it changes soon. With the
I was gonna say in most Western nations, like that haven't gone too far into this like restriction on speech or whatever you want to say. I think complaining about the nation that much to the point where you're like, oh, I can't live properly, is kind of itch bait. Like, because realistically, I can live in this country, I can save, I have every opportunity to grow as a person financially with my family. It might be hard, but it's not like I'm a black kid in Africa starving on the floor. Right? There's no black people. It's. Do you know what suburb this is?
well,
Yeah, but like on it, complaining about it to the point where you don't do anything about it is very itch bait to me.
I feel like people should complain and do something about it.
They should.
Like, and I don't think people should just take it because that's what's happening, and then everyone's just taking it worldwide, and no one really wants to be in the situation we're in. But no one will do anything. What do you do?
Retard of the West.
Oh, yeah.
What hasn't he done?
Sure.
Um,
He's an example of the world's biggest switch up. He used to be a human rights lawyer, and now he's blob. Wait, I was gonna say something in response to your thing about Bob.
go. So
You're gonna forget what you're saying though. You so go.
I just forgot. No, wait. Give me 1 second. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Like if you're, I'm not saying they shouldn't complain, but I'm saying if you're complaining to the point where you literally just manifest yourself into a victim of the government's whims, like that's very itch bait. Like realistically, in a Western nation, you have every single opportunity to grow in wealth, in status, in personality. Like you literally have every single opportunity. And if you victimize yourself to the point where you literally just sit in a hole and claim Centrelink money, that's very itch bait. And just complain about the government's doing.
I agree with the point of doing nothing with your life and complaining. I don't agree with the fact that you should just like you have it good enough. I feel like you should
Yeah.
always like
You should
like,
always
in the
opt for the
past-
better option. You
in
should
the
always
past,
improve.
like with America, the reason why they're all fucking losing their minds like right now is because in the past, every time they didn't like something, okay, like let's go to like slavery, civil rights, fucking women's rights, or they would protest and they would protest and they would say, you know, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, please do this or we're gonna be angry, and then they did it. So clearly, you know, there's a correlation between getting angry and getting stuff done. You know, but the thing is, when that gets removed, get angry, grr. So
Now the issue is now a lot of that anger is just caused by propaganda because you have like companies going in making bot accounts and stuff to like
yeah,
just spread their agendas, and then you get the people who like because you have like all these like fake humans who are just like spreading their word, and people are like starting to believe that because there's so many people saying it. You have an army of people who have been programmed by like the people at the top
yeah,
who basically just AI but with flesh because they've been the way they think has been just ruined by social media because the companies use social media as a platform to spread propaganda.
yeah, and that's why I feel like being like trying to understand other people and even if you don't loving them regardless, not in like a like smooch type of way, just like appreciate like you're another human. I get you've probably gone through this fucking bullshit. Like we're not in the caveman era where your beliefs are determined by yourself only. You're being fed like you're being syringed the shit into your blood. But and like there was this article I read about there was some of course some Indian guy. It's always the Indians offshore Indian who was running 20,000 accounts, bot accounts as radical left accounts, and they would just try and rage bait everyone. And and then I've seen like you know those like angry feminist videos.
Yeah.
I've seen half of them are literally like more than half of them are literally just accounts made by people that don't like.
I think there's a domestic violence case going on.
Dog.
That's a dog.
No, I swear I heard a woman's. Okay, anyway.
But yeah, it's like people that want to spread an agenda. Like I don't like these people. Like I don't like feminists. I'm gonna make them look like the most horrible human beings possible. Look at how annoying they are.
It's gotten so bad where the propaganda people have propaganda people that are fighting against the propaganda people. So you have like it's led. It's not even just like, oh, you have one propaganda team against another. You have propaganda of propaganda of propaganda. It's so deep now I don't think there's a real human being anymore because everybody's propagandized now.
And an interesting proof for that. An interesting proof for that is that specifically in America, I would say it's the same for any other country, but they actually, I've seen the statistics for America. This is the most, like the past 2 elections or 3 elections have been the most polarizing elections in history. Like it's legit been close to 50-50. And that's a direct result of insane like the echo chambers aren't even echo chambers anymore. They're like hypersonic echo chambers. Like you literally don't see anything that is distinct from your point of view unless you willingly go out and see it.
Yes, my phone. What's it called? What I was going to say. What are you talking about?
Echo chambers.
Yeah, okay, Cham. The thing is, with the reason, like, and they're getting angrier. Like, every single time they lose, they get angrier. Like, look what happened last election. When fucking, with this one, people left the country. That was, okay, like, I get it. That's, like, it's Bay drag, like, okay. And then there was the fucking takeover of the White House. By the fucking, what was it called?
That was also a drag. The January 6th riots.
Yeah, January 6th riots, where
That
they
was
fucking
also
took her
drag.
because they thought it was rigged because their glorious king lost.
I don't know about this, but apparently 18 million votes just came out of nowhere. I don't know how true. I don't know how true this is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The only reason it was suspicious, like that election that was weird, is because it was COVID election. So I think
Yeah, because there was
a
lots more
very
mail-in.
very large amount of voting papers were sent via mail.
Yeah.
And like if you're getting a voting paper sent to your uncle's address who died 5 years ago, you can vote on it how you'd like. Like that was the only problem with that. Because it was COVID, they couldn't come into like in real life and do it.
Yeah. So then that happened, and it's like there's more violence growing and growing.
Yeah.
Also, the last fucking 5 elections might be rigged at this point with all the fucking that shit that's coming out now.
Yeah.
Even like now about like Trump is pretty good at like giving hints. This guy is like, oh, I love Elon. He knows the machines. He knows the voting machine. Is like, thank you, boss, for giving us a hint. Like, he's kind of the goat for that. I have to admit, he does say the quiet part out loud most times.
That's why people like him so much, because I remember in 2016 elections, it was basically that he just said a lot of the things that like he didn't want people to get out.
Like people who said to Hillary Clinton, like your donors are benefiting from the tax code. Like no one would say that. I wouldn't say that if I was a presidential candidate. Like it's a direct insult and a direct shaming to your public image.
But
Also-
he spoke real shit. That's
Yeah,
why
He
everyone
spoke
loved him.
real in 2016. I genuinely believe like this guy spoke real shit. He had good foreign policy. He was actually really good for that. Now he's turned into everything he spoke about, like the tax code bit about Hillary, your tax, your guys are benefiting off tax. Like he did the same thing with his bill.
Yeah, but
AIPAC.
he admitted to that. Like
He didn't admit to it. bro.
while he insulted Hillary, he also said, and I also benefit from it, and my friends benefit from it. So it's not like he's saying it's wrong, but he's saying everyone does it. All the rich people do it.
Yeah, well-
why wouldn't you?
Point
I mean, he
being,
literally said there was one thing where Hillary was like, he doesn't pay his taxes, and he just goes, "That makes me smart."
Yeah.
bro, they're acting like anyone in that room, anyone in that
No
room
one
is
ever
like
pays taxes.
making sure they're paying every single dollar. Like they're all fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And yeah,
People would just like him because he's honest about it. Like
Yeah.
he'll say shit even if people hate him for it.
yeah, but now I don't know. He's far gone. I don't know. Everything he insulted everyone for, he ended up doing. Starting the war, not being able to end the war.
Fucking missed a weekly meeting. With
Weekly, we're doing deals. Fucking holy shit! This guy should hop on. This guy should be a fucking trader. I don't know what he's
still
doing.
get how fucking Vladimir Putin gets away with having a nemesis called Volodymyr. How fucking
Vladimir.
Vladimir versus Volodymyr.
They're
Like,
literally the same person. Like you can't tell me.
Like, literally,
he made an alt
Volodymyr-
account.
Volodymyr just sounds like an evil way of spelling Vladimir.
Yeah, it sounds like fucking some shit.
Does
you
he
would-
actually have?
His
Yeah,
first
his
name
name
is
is
Volodymyr.
Volodymyr.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Yes, bro. The Vladimir was Vladimir.
That's like
Who wins?
Superman versus evil Superman.
Yeah. It's 9:40. So
We have. It's actually like we're at like 50 minutes, by the way.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we
we should
long
probably end it.
episode.
Probably end it.
But one more thing.
I think this one's a really good one so far. But there also won't be an episode probably for the next 2 weeks unless you used to like do something because I'm gonna be like,
I think Next
episode
should be entirely dedicated to politics. I think we can.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be there.
2 hours.
If he's gonna be doing it during the holidays, I'm not gonna be there.
Can we do it when you come back?
Yeah, he's gonna do episodes
yeah,
when I come
yeah,
back.
let's do
No,
when
we
you come
need before you go hop on Discord. You have to do the podcast,
Oh,
Yeah.
so we get your fresh brain.
that would be good.
oh, the fresh brain's gonna go. It's actually gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
mean.
gonna be
And
fucking
we need
good for
good
me.
content, and I'll try and get fresh brain too. I'll try and have it for a week.
It's basically gonna be
I
a
have
new
things to do
host.
that. After what? Wait, are you not gonna watch me play off?
Well, fucking no, I'm not gonna be here.
Should I wait?
holidays. You could.
Okay, well, this isn't for
Now
the
turn
podcast.
into a personal dialogue.
In conclusion, we talked about.
We're gonna talk about another one.
Actually, you know what? Let's talk about another one.
Let me see how long we're at. If we're getting
It's
near
45.
1 hour,
Holy shit.
I still want to eat.
Same, but I.
Yeah, we're at
can't.
51 minutes,
Fuck.
so we can talk for about 9 more minutes.
Yeah. One thing I had. If you want to keep talking about politics, we can.
I think that should legit we can dedicate
Yeah. Yeah, but I was gonna say this, and this also ties into politics. It's like the desire to be correct versus the desire to learn,
Hmm.
because they're both contradictory. To learn, you have to say you were incorrect. You have to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
And now I know something better. The inability for man to accept this, especially
Men
in recent
are
time,
human beings.
human.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I said it like a fucking biblical writer, but yeah, that is what causes a lot of thingamabobs, causes a lot of issues, because you end up
Yeah.
with this fucking
mean-
contrast.
I mean, like we've spoken about it before, like how the reason why people won't like cross ideologies
Yeah,
is like they don't want then they would have to admit that they were wrong. For example,
That's more of a motivator than actual truth.
and it just depends on what do you value more, actual truth or your subjective view of truth being right. Do you want to feel right or do you want to be right? And I feel like some people, there is people who have that pursuit. They want to 100% know the truth, and that's why people do wild shit.
You know what I'll put out there? I think majority of people don't realize that they're trying to be correct instead of like find the truth. And I would think if they had the option, they would prefer being correct.
Yeah, because in some people's eyes, there's no benefit
Yeah.
to learning a new truth, because that's too much work.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a new definition for what's right, and now that's your new basis, and now you have to build that up. Like, this is what I believe.
And the truth is not always beneficial to you.
Yeah.
So why would you want it?
Yeah, and that's why there's an argument against reason. There's an argument against reason, because why would reason bring you against something that goes against your own
Benefit, yeah.
thing? Yeah, like. But that's for another time. I
Yeah.
need to read that book.
I mean, I spoke about it a lot before, but like because you also got like the whole thing where if you admit you're wrong, you're gonna have to deal with like the idiots that will just be like,
Oh.
"You fuckwit, you retard."
I feel like someone being able to admit that they were wrong, or
this
had
is
a
good.
misconception, about something, is a very great thing to have, because that's how you end up with healthy discourse.
I think we've seen a lot of this,
Yeah,
especially like when people are fighting in these fucking group chats about
Yeah.
God knows what. Like fucking hell, like some of it, there are people that will like be like, yeah, okay, but we also know a lot of people where they won't stop. They're not willing to quit.
I like there's some people that like they will keep going. It's not convincing anyone. It's not doing much. It's reaffirmation, the self-affirmations of my truth. This is my truth, and I'm saying it again, and it's gonna be the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I've actually had surprisingly a lot of middle ground results with the Ranger. I actually enjoy our talks, although they're very competitive and argumentative.
Shout out to the Ranger.
Yeah, the Ranger
He can say
He can be
say,
normal.
he can say yes. This is normal. This is right. I believe. I don't disagree.
sometimes. But he's a nice intellectual sparring partner. I like him.
Yeah.
He's my human ChatGPT. I'm writing that on your birthday card.
Probably going to be waiting a year for that.
Drivers. We're gonna be waiting.
At this point, it's fucking debating people's retarded.
I think we spoke
no
about this
problem.
before.
Yeah, we have. We absolutely have. It's like I thought we've spoken about it in both episodes at this point. It's
Fuck.
yeah.
It's the end anyway. If
Fuck
you ended this
it,
far, you
no.
like us talking about random shit.
Oh yeah. At this time, if you watch this far, you can say No, not apricot. You can't say apricot, but you can also say the Hawaiian name for the tart and sugarfish, which is hunu hunu nuku nuku apu a'a. Wait, no, that's the reef sugarfish, not the tart and sugarfish.
This is your fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
Also, another fun fact. The most well-known economist starts with the letter A. Write down the name if you know. That's not a fun fact. That's a challenge. Giggy can't answer it.
I actually I know who it is. Like I know the photo of him, but I forgot his name. But he's basically the bloke that founded macroeconomics. No way, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you mean
That's Keynes, no.
no, not him. Who was more important than him, bro?
That's for the next episode. We'll discuss it.
Whisper in my
Find out next time.
whisper in my.
Next time.
Well, he has a very funny name.
Yeah.
Closing remarks.
Ciao. It was enjoyable.
We'll go eat food now.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Real niggas on the gunny.
Wow. If you would like to, if you have any complaints, they broke from my other microphone. But if you have any complaints,
It works.
write to me at
If it works, right? Apricot.
no, fuck. You know, if you want to come on, somebody look. We're gonna need a replacement co-host for the next 2 episodes if I don't come on. Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah, him. He can do it. Or if you want to, you can come too. You viewer.
You viewer. This is for you.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Propaganda, mate. Alright.
Right.
Bye bye.